So, lads, today we're going to be talking a little bit about, the Cathy Engelbert situation with Nafisa Collier. Every single player being anti-Cathy is good. It's objectively good. If nothing else, Cathy Engelbert's going to lose her job. If nothing else, that's happening. Because it's a given. There is a 0.00000 continuous percent chance that Cathy Engelbert is the commissioner of a WNBA season in 2025 or 2026 that happens. Not saying that she won't be the, commissioner long term. I'm just saying if she's the commissioner, it's not happening. The season is absolutely not happening if Cathy is the commissioner. But Sophie Cunningham has clapped back at Cathy Engelbert. And this is a great post here from Sophie. So Sophie Cunningham on Instagram. So get ready to take your fine, Sophie. Get ready to take your fine. People only know Cathy because of Caitlin. She's the most delusional leader our league has ever seen. And it shouldn't even be about our commissioner in the first place. She's not wrong about that. It is very clear that Cathy Engelbert is pissed off that she's not the face of the league. That Cathy herself is not the face of the league. It is genuinely pissing her off that, she made a deal with the devil. She made a deal with the devil. She is the reason why these players are getting screwed in the CBA, by the way. She gave up 18 extra percent in that. She sold 18% of the league. She sold 18% of the league to private investors. Yes, the league might have needed that 18% initially, but if she had not made that deal 2 years ago, 2 years before the Caitlin Clark boom, this is how bad it's gotten. Troy Dan is tweeting about it. If you guys know how crazy this is. Troy Dan is tweeting about it. This is bad. This is bad when Troy Dan is tweeting about it. This is bad. And Sophie's on the money. Sophie's absolutely on the money. Her response is 100%. 100%, accurate here. Nobody, first of all, I think the most important thing is the second one. No, this should not be about the commissioner. This should not be about the commissioner. Why exactly is the commissioner, are we talking about the commissioner in this scenario? Why is the commissioner acting like she's the reason this league succeeds? At the end of the day, it's a sports league. I think as we all David Stern's the greatest commissioner in sports history. But he's the greatest commissioner in sports history. A lot of it is because he was able to see that marketing Michael Jordan was going to be a huge success. He noted, he saw the writing on the wall. He saw what Michael Jordan was going to do for the league. He saw everything. And at the end of the day, it's one of those things where, David Stern was such a good commissioner because he was able to see things before they happened. He was able to, promote these players. It was absolutely nothing to do. David Stern was not the face of the league. David Stern knew who to push as face of the league. He knew what players people wanted to see. He knew what players people were going to gravitate towards. And that's why David Stern was so good at his job. It's as simple as that. That is why David Stern was so good at his job. And Cathy Engelbert's the opposite. Instead of promoting Caitlin Clark, she's seemingly, by the looks of things, she's, jealous of Caitlin Clark. She's jealous of these players. And she wants to be the face of the league. There's no, not that there's no other way about it, because there's a million other outcome or scenarios or things that this could be, but that's what it sounds like. That is absolutely what it sounds like. That Cathy Engelbert is just jealous that Caitlin Clark was actually the face of the league and it's not her. I could be wrong. I probably am wrong with that. But that's just what it seems like. That's just my opinion from this situation. And you've got players out here, and this is the only player that's actually, you know, responded to the whole Caitlin Clark situation, specifics of the situation. Obviously, players have responded to everything Fee said, and you know it's bad when Fee made the Caitlin Clark comments, and not one player has said, but what about this player? What about that player? You know, oh, what about this player? What about that player? Because they all know in this specific scenario, like, it is, like, you need the Caitlin Clark stands. You need to have a united cause, a united front. There needs to be a united front from the players, from the fans. It doesn't matter if you're an Aces fan. It doesn't matter if you are a Fever fan. It doesn't matter if you are a Mercury fan. It doesn't matter if you're Dewana Bonner. It doesn't matter if you're Alyssa Thomas. It doesn't matter if you're Natasha Cloud, Angel Reese, Courtney Williams. Your job now is to make sure as hell that this gets platformed. This gets platformed, and that Cathy Engelbert is gonzo out of this league sooner rather than later. That Cathy Engelbert is gone sooner rather than later. And, like, I think there's plenty of times when Cathy has absolutely kind of almost gotten criticism for something that she had no involvement in. But at the end of the day, this is not one of those times. This is not one of those times. That's all I'm going to say. This is absolutely not one of those times. Cathy Engelbert is the sole reason why, is a major reason for why this league is in a bad spot right now. Like, she is. She absolutely is. Like, Cathy Engelbert. If you want to make the argument that Cathy Engelbert, you know, steadied the ship. A half a decade ago when she took over, that she steadied the ship. And that things would have been a lot worse without her. Cool. But she wants all the credit in the world for that. She wants, instead of getting, you know, just being a commissioner, she wants all the credit. You know, the WNBA, Caitlin's nothing without her and all that. Like, that is not her exact take. But I mean, we're paraphrasing that, but it's heavily implied. She is heavily implied that Caitlin's nothing without her. And that should be, in my opinion, that line is a firing offense. And by the way, Cathy Engelbert did not deny it. People are like, oh, Cathy Engelbert's refuted the claims. She denied nothing. Cathy Engelbert denied nothing. Like, when she was she basically said, oh, I'm pro player. That's all she said. She did not deny one word of what Nafisa Collier said. She did not deny one word of it, which means it is 100% true. Like, I would be shocked. I would be shocked if if this is a situation that, like if this is something that's kind of just stops here. I think this is going to be going on for weeks, if not months. But anyway, yeah, that is the video. Just a crazy situation. And madness. Absolute madness. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. And there's going to be a lockout. Let's be real. There's going to be a lockout. Anyway, I'll see you guys.